What is up, guys? Your favorite girl Leo back for the second part of the Jasmine video. I am glad that you guys stuck around, and like some of the previous video, I did my full face foundation, which actually normally does not take me that long. It takes me usually about 5 minutes, but because I want to show you a step by step, it took a little bit longer. I will let you know 5-10 minutes max for that spot thing, just depending on how much you need, where you need it. So yeah, I just figured we'll start the video off with that note to make it a little better. This video, of course, is going to be a lot longer because I am going to do in-depth of what I do and how I do it. So if you do not want to stay around for the full face, you just want to see the eye look, go ahead and skip ahead. Go ahead and just watch that part and then click out. It's completely up to you. But yeah, let's get started. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start with my favorite eyeshadow palette, which I get a lot of hate for, sadly, because a lot of people are like, well, it's not the best brand, but I use the Morphe palette from James Charles. It's a little wet from my Beauty Blender cup, I'm sorry, but I don't know, I love my mini palette so much, mainly because unlike the big palette, you actually have a mirror, and it's just more convenient for me. I will say, unfortunately, I forgot all the color names because I do not really dip into this as much as I used to, as you can tell with these two colors. I more so just use this for like darker shades or blending if I have to. Because more than not, I use, it's not over here right now, I use basically it's like a little red palette and it has oranges, reds, and other colors in it that I like a lot, so anyways. With my, where'd it go? Like I said, guys, I'm still at the same desk. It's just a continuation of the video. I cannot find half the stuff I need because my desk is a mess, so screw it. I'm going to take a Q-tip. And because I kind of have an idea of what I want to do for this Jasmine look, I'm actually just going to dip into this nice orangey color. And I'm basically going to create a base in my crease for it. So, I'm just going to zip it out like that. Do the same on the other side. Now this look is definitely, you gotta trust the process. Because half my looks are, you would not believe how horrible they look at first. So, okay. Quickly, I'm gonna fix my lighting because I'm getting sick of this overexposure thing. I feel like that'll look a lot better. That kind of makes it dark, doesn't it? Whatever. So I got a soft light here with a little tiny ring light and my big ring light right here, which is a little bit brighter. Because I always do better on my right eye, so I want you guys to actually be able to see it. So I'm going to go back a little bit more, and we're just going to define that a little bit better. On both sides. Sorry if I'm covering up the mirror. I'm not used to filming what I do, so. Okay. Like I said, I look and feel stupid right now, but it gets better. Going on with my fluffy eyeshadow brush, I'm actually going to take my bronzer by e.l.f. in the shade Forever Sunkissed, and I'm going to use it to help me blend this out. Just going to set that somewhere it's not going to fall. And what I like to do is I actually work this one up from my eyelid itself, and then I blend this out with it. Like I said, this orange more so just acts as like a crease line, so I can kind of see where I need my colors to go it does not act as the color it needs to act as. Are you done ever exposing me? Thank you. Yeah, so just kind of like that. Do the same thing on the other side. Just pick some up. Put it on the outer corner of my eye. And just work my way up and in. Blend out that orange. Like I said, I'm not used to filming this. I'm going to be doing a lot of really weird things. Fair warning. So, just gonna do. Get as blended out as possible. Yeah. So what I'm going to do next is I'm actually going to take my little angled brush. It has a name, and I know it has a name. I just can't remember the name right now. And I'm actually going to take my Broken Bronzer, which is just a shade darker. It's Butter Bronzer by... Oh, God, I don't remember who. And I feel really bad because I should know. If you know, comment down below because I feel really bad now. I want to give all the makers of their products credit, so I'm going to take it a little bit over, and again, where I put the orange, I'm just going to sculpt out the crease. And it's really subtle. That's what I love most about using bronzer as eyeshadow. It's so subtle and it's so nice. And so we're just going to drag that point down to meet our eyelid like so. Do the same on the other side. Like I said, this is something that's like, trust the process. It does not have to be perfect. You are going to blend all this out anyways. So, to me, it's always the messier, the better. Because you're more likely to get the shapes you want for your eye. I'm just going to drag that a little bit more so you actually see it. We're going to go back to that blending brush. And I'm just going to blend. So when I blend bronzers, I tend to blend like right next to my eyebrow with them. Because I can hide it later with some highlighter. And it helps soften the look I am doing at the moment. So I got this look going on. So I'm going to take my tiny pointed brush. Like I said, I've got a lot of knockoff brushes that have 0 names, 0 numbers on them because I'm broke. But take this brush. This is like a little lip brush, honestly. And I'm actually going to dip in to this little taupey color right here in the corner. And I'm just going to recreate that crease again. One last time. And remember, I actually start from my actual crease and go up and out. Like so, to kind of create that shape I want without overdoing it. So. And they always look uneven because I've got one really hooded eye and one that's not really hooded. So, they never look even, sadly. But, just gonna drag. Crease like so. And I have a feeling my husband's making fun of me because I'm recording. Good morning. How'd you sleep? How'd you sleep? Blend, 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 blend. Voila. Now I'm going to take a highlighter, which is somewhere on this desk. Actually, no, it might be in my bag now that I think about it. What are my makeup bags? No, but something else I'm going to use when it does is. Okay, I guess we're not going to go the traditional highlighter. So I'm going to take this goldy color and finger with a little bit of yellow. Mostly that gold color. We're just going to pat it on the lid. Using our finger. Remember this color because it's called Bumblebee. It's cute. And I really like this combination. I'm going to take this once again and we dip into a little bit of darker brown. Just kind of put that in right about here. Yes, honey. There's my shape I want. Pretty cute. So now I'm going to go back in with that pointed one. Clean it off as I can on a paper towel. And I'm going to take this color right here. It's not exactly a teal, but this is all the blue shadow I got. So and we're going to layer this under the eye. Far in or as little in as you want. I like to go as far in as possible and drag this up in a straight line. Same thing on the other side. A little bit on the brush. I'm just kind of working into that crease line that we created. Not a lot, just a little. Fluffy brush. that back out. And we'll blend out the underneath as well. And then back more where it went. Another fluffy one, and I'm just gonna blend a little bit further because this one's a little more dense. Like so. I'm gonna go back out the brush again and just kind of deepen that color back up. I want to be sharp, but I want to minimize fallout as much as possible. Now, I'm going to take the same color, same brush, and I'm actually going to create a wing with it. So we're going to go up from below, and we're going to actually line our lid. Peel it in. Use this actual liner if you have it. I don't have it because it's not like a royal blue. So, yeah, line your eye. Don't worry if it's not perfect. I am actually going to blend out the edges anyways. So. That's even as it's gonna get. Getting my eye shape. So. The fluffy brush again, and I'm actually just gonna blend out this outer edge on each side. Not a lot, just enough. Kind of blends a little bit better. Now I'm gonna take this gold powder by ELF. Comes with this cute little applicator, but I actually just like to use my fingers because I am way more hands-on than anything else. So paint a little bit on my finger. Put that on the inner corner of the eye. I don't know if you guys can see it, so. Overexposed again. But nice glittery look. Clean off that blue brush. I'm just gonna take it, just kind of spread that glitter out. Bit. Again. I'm just gonna take this brush and just put it on here. And quite literally just putting this gold on. Like that. I know as best I can for next time. Make sure it's as even as possible. Put it away. Next we're going to take black eyeliner from Wet n Wild. It's Mega Liner. And we're just going to line our eyes inside the blue. If that makes sense. Right, get rid of the excess. And I like to tightline my eyes as close to the lash line as possible when I first start out. Drag this out a little bit. So we get that small inner wing. Liner. Rid of the excess. And I'm just gonna tightline all of it to make sure it gets the excess off. I'm just gonna go up right here and drag it down. Of course, fill it in. So it looks something like that. Repeat it on the other side, be right back. Alright, so we're about as even as we're gonna get, because two different shaped eyes. So, yeah. So it looked like something like this. You'll still have that blue surrounding it. And double checking this eye, make sure I didn't overdo the black. I did a little bit, so I'm just gonna quickly fix that. Not that hard to do, you just kind of go around it. And we're fixed. I'm gonna take my big fluffy brush, and we're just gonna get rid of any fallout from any of that. Like I said, this side is always gonna be better because it's my dominant side. But now we're gonna take this eyeliner in Bold Cobalt by CoverGirl. It's really pretty, like vibrant blue, and we're going to tightline with it. Like so. Before I do the other, I'm going to show you what else I'm going to do. Dip in. I'm going to get my copper pencil from Ulta Beauty, and literally the color copper. And we're going to do the inner corner with this color. So that should help bring out the gold a little bit. And your eye will look like this. I'm going to do the other side now. So yeah, something like this. Ugh. Sorry, my nose itches like crazy. Ah. So next we are going to actually apply mascara. And again, I just use the Bold Ambition Illuminizing Conditioning Mascara by Ulta Beauty. Just slight. Yeah. And lower lashes as well. Do the other eye now. Pretty. So while that dries, I'm actually going to contour my face. I'm going to take, pretty sure this is actually like a blush brush, but I use it as a contour brush. Oops. And I'm going to do the same combination I did on my eyes as on my face. I'm going to do this one, and then I'm going to take the darker one. So what I do is I load it up, dab it off a little bit, and I actually place it on my cheekbones because I found that it does move down on its own. I just pat it at first. I'm going to carve out my jawline as well. Then what's left over on my brush, I just put on my neck, just on the sides. And I blend that out. And don't forget to bronze and powder and stuff your ears because you want all that to match. And it's going to be really subtle on this camera because lighting. But do the same thing on the other side. Load it up. Pat. And put it on the cheekbones. Hairline. Jawline. whatever excess from my neck. And on my ear. Blend, 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 blend. I feel like it's a mirror doing this to you guys. So, that's this video. I'm just gonna use this. See, that'll make the difference. I'm gonna leave that one open. So when I do my nose, I can. Like I said, this is really broken, but it still works. It's just I gotta be a little bit careful because it's a little bit more pigmented this way. So we're actually gonna put down a little bit further than we did the first one. So it's almost actually in that hollow area of your face. Pat it along the hairline, ears, jawline, and neck. Now the dark one, I'm not going to take that far out on my jawline, just more like this little curve. Hi honey, I love you. And blend, 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 blend.
Don't stare at the light too long. I am an angel after all.
And see how much better that carves it out, but it also kind of ties in my face to the rest of my body as well. So pat, 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 pat. I still have little flyaway hairs getting in my face. Do the same thing, go a little bit lower than we did on the first one and stay mostly on the outer edge. Same thing with our jaw, our ear, and our forehead. Take the excess and just use it on your neck. Don't forget to kind of like wrap it around so it actually all blends together. I'm going to blend all this out. And see how like it literally carves out my face. I love it. So make sure they're both even. Okay. Sorry. Last thing I want to do is give you guys these tips, and it just comes out really bad on faces. So I'll make sure everything looks good. Yeah. So what I'm going to do for this part is I'm actually going to tone down this light as well, so I get more of that soft glow light. So you guys can actually take a second to actually see all the colors and prettiness. I am filming this in a basement, so it's not going to be as perfect as it needs to be, per se, but yeah. Now you can stop here. You don't have to highlight, you don't have to put on lashes, but I'm going to because I'm going to take my angle brush, if I can grab it out from my computer, and I'm going to take this light bronzer, And I'm just gonna contour my nose really fast. So what I do with my nose is I actually take it and I basically make like, say it's Halloween, you're making an animal nose. I drag it straight across both nostrils and right under the tip. And down the bridge of my nose. So it'll look like this. Now each nose shape is a lot different. You don't have to do it this way. Contour it the best you can for your face. So yeah. So I'm gonna probably start from the middle of my face and work my way down. You can contour all the way up. I don't, because I like not only thinning my nose but elongating it, because I feel like my face is very like squished together, and that's just kind of helps elongate everything. So and then I'm just gonna, right where my nostrils cross over, I'm gonna put a little line in between. Kind of shorten this up a little bit more. Like that. Then I'm going to take my translucent powder again. And the brush I was going to use before I found my foundation brush, I'm just going to take a little bit of this and I'm going to sweep it on the sides of my nose. And just really try to blend that out. The reason I do this is so when I blend that out, it stays like a sharp looking contour without going overboard. And I try to bring it as far down the top of my nose as possible. And like I said, I'm not doing this like I normally do, which is I do everything in my mirror. So I can show you guys just how I do this. Okay, so like this. And I'm going to take a lid, close that back up, because the last thing I need is powder everywhere. And I'm just going to take my finger and blend that nose contour. And then take both my fingers and just sweep away that excess powder. Now my nose is contoured, and you would never know I drew lines. It's sharp, it's perfect. Yeah. Now you can do this with a darker bronzer or cream stuff, but because of what I'm going to do with blush, I'm just going to leave it at that. Next, I'm going to take my CoverGirl Cheekers, Cheekers, in the shade, I think it's Pretty Peach. The name actually kind of got torn off, so I'm guessing it's Pretty Peach. It's a peachy, pinky color, and I love it. Take my fluffy blush brush, and we're just gonna load it up. And I'm actually gonna start from the bridge of my nose and work my way out. I would keep this high and as sheer as possible. All this does is it just helps blend everything, and it gives some color back to your face. I really wish it wasn't cloudy outside, because this back and forth brightness stuff's really annoying. More on this side. And I put a little bit on my chin and my forehead. And like I said, it just kind of helps blend everything out. And I'm just going to reblend my bronzer with this as well, just because it's just going to be easier. And then normally I go in with a like apricot peachy blush highlighter, but for the life of me I cannot find it. So instead we are going to take our James Charles palette again, or whatever palette you guys have that has that goldy like highlighter in it, shimmery highlighter. And I'm just gonna carefully dab this on my cheeks. Now this is why I did the blush, because on my skin this would show up yellow, and blush kind of helps it settle itself down a bit. I know I said no more mirrors, but like I said, just these lights are just horrible right now, and I am so sorry. More. You don't need to like literally be glowing. You just need to be able to see it. And in my mirror, I see it. On camera, you don't really do, but take a little bit and I go put it on the tip of my nose. And just a little bit on my nose bridge. Now when I do my filter, I actually do it pretty high. And I don't do a lot. And the chin. Of course, don't forget the chin. Now see, like, I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's there. The highlight's there. And just to be safe, I do have my highlighter brush. And I'm just gonna, it's still a little bit of product on it, so I'm just gonna quickly try to blend that out. And see how much more it like brought that out. Because it's on the brush already, do above my eyebrows. Blend this out a bit. Like I said, you can stop here. This is really beautiful just by itself. This girl likes lashes. So I'm actually gonna take my Smoke and Mirrors lash set. It's like a group of 6 lashes. And I think I'm actually gonna go in with these ones. These seem really like princessy to me. So I'm gonna get them out. Just give me 1 second. Oh, I almost forgot. I actually seal all this in before I put on lashes and my lipstick. So I'm gonna quickly do that. This is the ELF Dewy Coconut Setting Mist. It's long lasting. It like literally I put this on and it's lasted like 13 to 14 hours, so it's good. Don't hold your breath. And I always heavily spray my eyes because I get really bad allergies, and last thing I want to do is touch my eyes and it just be all over. So anyways, I'm going to open these up and then be right back. So out of package, this is what it looks like. And again, I'm going to be taking these ones, and I'm going to be taking bead tweezers. And I find the long end helps me really grip the lashes really well. So another trick I find that really helps is when you pull lashes off, kind of face them away from you. So when you put them on, the longer space is actually facing outwards. So. Now this thing comes with lash glue, but I like to use the Strip Lash Adhesive by Kiss because it literally lasts all day. Also, if you have smaller eyelids, I highly recommend trimming these from the inside instead of the outside so you can still have that length. But I'm too damn impatient, so I'm just gonna glue the entire thing up and hope for the best. do. Now I'm actually going to stop the video and apply these. There are tons, and I mean tons, of videos on YouTube on how to apply lashes. So I highly recommend going and checking those out if you want to put lashes on. Because I know for a fact I'm not going to be able to explain it. So give me 1 second. So I will say one other thing I do when I put on lashes is I actually take my tweezers and I clip my actual lash to the lashes. That's just one extra step, just that they don't really tell you. So right now I got them on, I am not going to mess with them. Okay, I'm gonna try to get this side to really stick. I'm not going to mess with them. I'm gonna let them dry, and we're gonna work our lips. So I have debated heavily what color lips I want to do, and I think I'm gonna stick with more her traditional color, which is more of like this nudie brown color. And I'd say a lot of people do red lips for Jasmine, but the girl's all about natural beauty, if anything. So I'm gonna take this gel lip liner by Wet n Wild in the shade Lay Down the Moths.
I had an alarm set before, so. Alright.
We're just gonna slightly overline.
Lightly. Y'all caking that shit on heavy, looking like a street performer clown.
And then
And now gives 30 seconds of me going, oh, for the next 30 seconds.
fill her in. I need to get a new lip liner because this one's running low already. Because I use it a lot. Clean up a bit. Fill her in. Now there's a way to tone this down a bit. And I find if I take a little bit of this, what I did with my nose, I'm just going to take my finger. I'm just going to pat it in. Don't worry about being too messy with this. Take your brush. Mattify it. Put it back on that. And I'm going to take a little, tiny bit of this deep red and Unicorn Blood by Don't Sue Me. It was a gift, Jeffree Star. Don't Sue Me. Like I said, gift. And I'm just gonna lightly carve this out. Spellman. Like I said.
Just Spellman.
I'm gonna take a little bit of this orangey brownish color and mix it with a little bit of this darker one and just deepen the color of it. Take a little bit of that highlighter we used, or that highlighting eyeshadow we used, and on the finger, just highlight until you are happy with how it looks. Now, I actually got a little zit forming right here, so it doesn't look even, but it is even. But yeah, that's my Jasmine look. Hope you guys liked it, and hope you guys can follow it, because this took me well over an hour, and I feel really bad. Love you guys.